out, knocking on doors, making phone calls, and doing all of the things that have to happen to do what? To turn our country around. The country gave Barack Obama the benefit of the doubt in 2008. They said, you know what, we're going to give you a shot at the title, but you know what? They say, I can't afford my kid coming back and living in my basement. I cannot afford to have 50% of high school and college kids, graduates who are unemployed. We can't put up with 23 million Americans who are unemployed. We can't afford fuel prices and food prices and all of these things that we need every day. Those prices aren't going out. It's not becoming less stable. It's becoming more unstable and more uncertain. But here's what I'm certain about. I'm certain that today we're going to go out and we're going to get out a vote and encourage people to vote for Joe Walsh. Are you with me on that? So you may know that the Democrats are trying to rewrite a little bit of history. They came in with the same candidate in 2006, and they couldn't take a big bite out of the suburbs. These guys from the city of Chicago that have to manipulate these lines, they can't do it fair and square. They got to go down to Springfield and slice and dice and come up with a new district line. But are we going to let them take a bite out of the suburbs? The stakes in this election couldn't be higher. There's two views of the world that are on full bloom and are in full display. Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi. Marinate in that for a second. Marinate in the idea of Nancy Pelosi becoming Speaker of the House again. Are you saturated in that? You want to shake that off? You know how you shake that off? You know how you get every bit of that idea off you? You go out and you help Joe Walsh. Because if Joe Walsh goes to Congress, Nancy Pelosi's not going to be Speaker of the House. The National Democrats have said that their only way for Nancy Pelosi to become Speaker of the House again is to come through the state of Illinois through the redistricting process. They haven't even had the decency to say through the Illinois voters. The only way they can do it is through a manipulation through redistricting. Well, I've got a little news for them. I've got a little news for folks that think that the only thing that the state of Illinois has to offer is Barack Obama. Not a chance. This is the state that produced Abraham Lincoln. This is the state that produced Ronald Reagan. This is the state that's going to send Joe Walsh back to Congress. I want to tell you a real quick story. Many of you, and I know many of your faces, helped me in 2006. Many of you came alongside my dear wife Elizabeth when we were campaigning in 2006. And Joe Walsh's opponent today is my opponent from 2006. Now here's the thing. Listen up. In 2006, in the entire month of October, I was never ahead in any poll in that race, not one. Now, I went in and I talked to my field director, the guy that was running the ground game, the guy that was running this operation in 2006, and it was about a week out of the campaign, and I went into the Victory Center, not unlike this one, and I went into the little grubby office that he had, and I said, how are we doing? And he said, shut the door. I thought, oh, here we go. It's the shut the door talk I'm getting right now. It's the sit down talk that I'm getting right now. It's that feeling like when you go into the dentist and you get that smell and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so I am having that experience. He said, our field operation, our ground game can get you 2 points on election day. He said, if you're not within 2 points going into the election, you're going to lose. But he said, if you're within 2 points going into the election, you're going to Congress. The next 5 days, between volunteer attempted phone calls, volunteer attempted knocks on the doors, this is by volunteers. This is by moms and dads and kids and teenagers and college kids and grandmas and grandpas and cousins and nephews and you name it, all coming out to help in that campaign. These weren't paid people. These aren't people who say, you gotta, here's $100 and elections happens on the ground. There is nothing that's more influential than one person going to another person and say, hey, I know this guy. This is a good guy. He's in it for all the right reasons. I've got a lot of other things to be doing. A volunteer can say on the door, I've got groceries to pick up. I've got kids to run around. I've got things to prepare for. But you know why I'm on this door today for Joe Walsh? Because I desperately care about the direction of our country, and our founders have given us an opportunity to make changes. The government works for us, but we don't work for the government. And I want a member of Congress that's out there that recognizes that he works for me. Representatives. Joe Walsh, and what he does is he reflects our values to Washington, D.C. He is not Washington, D.C.'s representative to the 8th Congressional District. Do you follow me?
Yes.
He represents the values that we hold dear. Joe Walsh refuses to be defensive about a value system that has made our country great, that has made our nation the envy of the world. And as free citizens in this nation, what we've got an opportunity to do is to stand beside a guy who has taken all the swings, all the arrows, all the mischaracterizations by the cable TV people and all of those folks. You want to drive a liberal mad? You want to make a liberal crazy? Watch those cable TV people on Tuesday night, November 6th, when they come on ashen face and they say, oh my goodness, Joe Walsh is going back to Congress! Why is that going to be fun? I mean, I would pay admission. I'm going to Kigo that. I'm going to watch that over and over and over. Again, I'm going to have 1 million hits on that YouTube thing. You can't get enough of this. Look, there's an opportunity here between now and November 6th to do a great thing. It's not often that we see campaigns that have come together and they are so crystal clear in terms of the view of the candidates to whom they are going to be accountable. Look, we want a congressman who's accountable to the 8th Congressional District. We want a congressman that says he understands that conservative values work. He understands what makes our country great. We don't want a member of Congress that's beholden to Nancy Pelosi and the Chicago Democrats and all of those operatives that get behind these people and through manipulations rather than authenticity say they can come and take a big bite out of the suburbs. So in these next few days, we've got the chance to do a great thing. And we've got the chance to surprise a lot of people. Let me just tell you this. When I was campaigning and I represented Addison Township, I had 10 townships in that congressional district. And from a campaign point of view, I worried about 9 of them. I never worried about Addison Township. You know why? Because Addison Township is well led by Pat Durante, and he's got a great crew behind him that know how to get the vote out, know how to knock on doors, know how to bring a candidate over the finish line, but they can't do it alone. And so what we've got today to do is to get out the vote for Joe Walsh. So would you please welcome the current and future member of the 8th Congressional
Thank you, Congressman Roskam. Let me say this.
All right, here we go, man.
I'm going to say this. Thank you to Illinois' best, most productive, smartest, most decent, and most involved congressman. Let's give a big hand to Peter Roskam. I may have a lot of gray hair, but I'm just a freshman. I'd like to be a sophomore, but I'm just a freshman. And I can speak for all of the Illinois Republican freshmen. Peter has been an valuable resource, helping us figure out our way around Washington and helping all of us be the best congressmen and women we can be. Peter, thank you very much. I'll be very brief. 2 quick points and then I'm done and we're out there working. Because we don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. We've got 10 days to win in November. We have an election, or maybe 2, to save this country. Walk back with me. We have 10 days to win in November. We have an election. We have an election, maybe 2, to save this country. So we don't have a lot of time to talk. I want to say 2 things. We know, I knew when I got into this race 9-10 months ago, this would be the toughest experience of my life. I literally had a full head of black hair 8 months ago. That's a lie. That's an exaggeration. I knew it would be difficult. I'm running against some very powerful people. Emmanuel, Axelrod, and Durbin. Who literally drew a district to elect someone. And I can tell you, 8, 9, 10 months later when Walsh got into this and they drew this district for Tammy Duckworth, we were down. Oh God, we were down. No Democrat thought we could win, and truthfully, probably a lot of Republicans say, I love Walsh. I love Walsh, he works hard, but whew, that's a tough district. We're 10 to 11 days out, folks, and this race is a dead heat. And here's why. Here's why I know it's a dead heat, and here's a reminder of what we're up against. The Chicago Tribune, a newspaper, right? An independent newspaper, right? They come out with a poll yesterday that shows Tammy with a big opening lead, a big growing lead. Understand something. Very powerful people told the Chicago Tribune to produce a poll showing Tammy Duckworth up. Think about that for a moment. Very powerful people told the Chicago Tribune, I need a poll, and I need that poll to show Duckworth with the lead, because then all these crazy Walsh supporters are going to go like this. Hey, a reminder, folks, a reminder to all of us as you walk today. Think about the powerful people we're up against. Number 2, God bless and thank you. God bless and thank you. You know what? I've said this before. There's nothing magical, there's nothing special about me. I'm somebody who got angry 3 years ago. I'm somebody who got scared 3 years ago. And I said I'm going to run for Congress because I just want to do my part. I am just like everybody else out here. And as Peter said, I can't do this. Helene and I can't do this. I would not be a member of Congress without the grassroots patriotic support that elected me last time.
Yes! Woo!
And I can't and won't do it again without this. 10 days, folks. 10 days. As Peter said, you know, we're done debating, we're done discussing, we're done arguing. We're done with all of that. All we're doing now for 10 days, we're knocking. We're making phone calls. We're sending out emails. We're talking to everybody we know. And we're reminding them that we have an election or 2 to preserve the greatest thing God has ever given to this planet. If there's ever an election where you're going to spend 2 more hours a day walking, it's now. If there's ever an election where you're going to talk to people who may not agree with you, it's now. Folks, we're seeing it all over the place. We're seeing businessmen and businesswomen doing what they don't usually do. They're not pressuring their employees on how to vote. They're not forcing their employees to vote a certain way. You know what they're doing? They're simply coming out and saying, here's what's at stake.
Yes.
If we don't get November right, some of them are saying, I don't know how many of you I have to cut next year.
Yes.
If we don't get this election right, I don't know how many of you I can cover with health coverage next year.
Yeah.
It's about time that all of us take one more step, even if it's uncomfortable. This is the year to do it. 10 days to win in November. An election, maybe 2, to save this country for our kids and our grandkids. Now, it's 85 out today. This is gorgeous. You're going to be spoiled today. If there's ever an election where you are going to put everything aside for 10 days and surprise everybody and show the Chicago Tribune and show everybody else in the media and show the political class that there still is a silent majority of Americans that's going to rise up. Everybody! A silent majority of Americans that's going to raise up and save this greatest gift for Nicholas and his generation. Hey, take a good look. Everybody, look at this handsome little face. 10 days, baby. This is what you're walking for. This is what you're knocking for. This is what you're making calls for. God bless you. Go at it. Here we go.